What's up? Welcome back. It's been a minute. Over the last 11 months, guys, I've been booking calls with the likes of Polygon, who are at $405 million a year, Binance, who are at $12 billion a year, and companies like Ubisoft and Fox, who equate over $1 billion each. So the reason I was able to book these meetings with companies this size wasn't because I discovered a secret subject line or hack or, hopped on the latest trend or anything. It was simply because I understand the theory behind cold email and how to acquire clients at scale. Okay. And in this video, I'm going to reveal to you the exact process I used to book meetings with some of these companies using cold email. We're going to cover everything from how I scrape leads, how I set up the campaigns, how I come up with no-brainer offers and sales assets, how we write the emails, handle the responses, follow up, everything that I did to get these types of results. So let's dive straight in. As you can see, I'm already on my screen here, and just wanted to show you guys the response from Fox for one of my clients. As you can see here, it was from Tommaso over at Fox, who is really high up in their exec suite team, and they're looking to connect on a big blockchain project. So blockchain is a huge niche. It's completely untapped, and a lot of money being flooded in there from a lot of these external companies like, Reddit, Amazon. All these companies are building now in blockchain, and there's a lot of opportunities there. So this is the niche that we were targeting. And real quick, I just wanted to go over how I get the data of these companies, right? So we're going to look into and touch on very quickly how we get the leads, how we scrape the data, and what those platforms look like inside, and just how to navigate them and stuff. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, so let's dive straight in. So this is where I get data, right? And these are the three main platforms that I use. So I use ListKit, Apollo. Sometimes Apollo's a bit hit and miss. I mean, a lot of people are fishing there, but it still comes through clutch sometimes. And then Ocean. Ocean has been one of the best platforms for me to use personally. I'll just show you real quick how that platform works. So for example, if you enter the URL of your best customer, you literally just type in their company, let's say Fox.com. That was just one of the companies that we got in touch with. And it will recommend you like a bunch of similar companies. Like, look, they've got 924 matching companies, and you can play around with this and download all their information, all decision makers, and you can start pitching them. So really straightforward. You can sign up for a free trial. And all the other platforms pretty much work the same. ListKit, for example, I've got a subscription with them, and their platform is really, really straightforward and easy to use. You can just get really granular on that. I'm not going to show you too much on how to fucking scrape the data, right? Because I've got plenty of other videos on the platform, on my platform, that you can look at. And if you go here, for example, or check out the link somewhere around this video, we'll share that in right now, and you can go directly to that video and check it out. But yeah, let's get back to setting up the cold email campaigns and all that good stuff. So next step is to create sales assets. And what I mean by sales assets is high leverage documents that showcase case studies, testimonials, client interviews. This YouTube video, for example, is a sales asset. So you can get really creative with it. Record your process, show it to people, get them on a call, close the deal. Really straightforward. So I'm just going to show you inside my Notion. And you can see a couple of examples of sales assets that I use on a daily basis. Cool, so we're just inside my Notion right now, boys, and just going to show you exactly some options that we have inside. So every time I make a process or anything, I just put together a Notion doc, and I just, for example, in MySpace, we're doing outbound, we're building systems and infrastructures for clients, and people want to learn about how to do that stuff, right? So we might build how we made 30 grand for a client in 10 days, some cold outbound formulas, the ultimate LinkedIn swipe file, turning conversations into profit. Like, you just literally just write your process, really straightforward. And then what you do is you then send these to people, right, into the market. For example, if a client wants to hire a campaign manager, I put together an entire SOP on how to do that thing. If you are a ghostwriter, for example, you might want to put together a small framework or template of your best tweets that perform really well, and then send that to a client. Hey, I put together a list of these top 10 tweets that got me like a bajillion impressions. Mind if I send it over? And then they'll be really interested, because that's, maybe something they want to achieve, proving that you've done your ICP research and nailed down their pain points, right? In my case, people have no idea how to hire or build sales systems or infrastructure for cold outreach or anything like that. So they're going to need these SOPs, right? Start leveraging these things and start sending them out to the market. Really straightforward, easy to make. Just start writing down your process on a simple Google Doc, and you can start building that out for yourself. But yeah, let's get back into the campaign. So how to write the emails, right? going to be completely honest, you just need to hit the main pain points and know exactly what your market is buying. If you don't know what your market is buying, then what I would suggest is to hop on 30 or so free consultation calls with your target clients, right? And get them on a call and ask them all different questions about their business, what they're buying, what pain points they have, what headaches they have in the business, are they hiring, are they, what is it they're exactly doing and struggling with, and then take that data away, analyze it, and then sell the main thing that they're struggling with based on those calls, right? Or improve your product or service based on those calls. Really great and effective free way to get the main pain points of your market and then start selling that. And that's going to help you stand out from the competition as well. So if you don't know that shit, just go do that and it will just make your life so much easier. So what we're going to do is, I was going to give you the exact scripts, but I know for a fact that 95% of you will just skip to this part and not go through the theory and just rip these emails out to the market and just completely ruin it, right? So I'm just going to teach you the theory behind my writing style instead and just show you how that looks. So first things first, what we're going to do here is, this platform here is called SmartLead, great tool, and I've been using it for a minute, never had any problems. So first things first, what you're going to do is you're going to upload your CSV, okay? And the CSV file of all your leads. So we're just going to do that right now. So first things first, what we're going to do is just upload a lead list. Really straightforward. Cool, grab my list. And what we're going to do is input the fields here. So first name is obviously first name, last name we're not going to need, company name, yep. And then we're going to need email, which is somewhere here. Yeah. So it wants to be email for email, first name, pretty straightforward. If you don't have these fields mapped out, then you need better data. Right, so we just upload that. Cool, once that's done, so we've got 900 leads, 997 leads. And first things first, you're going to come to a dashboard that looks like this. And usually I don't really name my campaigns. They might just be a little bit random, but if you're going to be neat and tidy about it, you might as well do it properly, right? So let's say test 1 or something. And the subject line is pretty important. So it won't make or break your campaigns, but it's good to have something that isn't quick question like the rest of the market. So you might want to put question for first name, something like that. Or you can even do lowercase, just test a few subject lines. I use question for first name, what do you think about this? Or your name, X, their name, something like that. Just keep it simple. So let's get into the theory of how we're going to write this, right? So what we're going to do is just add, hey, first name. Generally, I don't do any kind of personalization here. It would just be something very quick and vague, something they don't really have to think about. It's not going to be any longer than what it needs to be. But this is how we got meetings with Fox, with Polygon, with Binance, with Ubisoft, billion-dollar companies, right? So we're just going to go through the simple theory, and it's really simple. So I'm just going to give you the framework here, and I'm not going to give you the full script, as I mentioned earlier, but this is just an idea. Something like on how we can help and it looks pretty simple, but the theory behind it is you don't want to pitch your service in the first email, you want to pitch a call, right? So it's very small steps. We don't want to put the horse in front of the cart here. We just want to have small steps leading to the big thing, which is ultimately them getting on a call with you and then closing, right? So, hey, first name, got a few ideas on how we can help company name achieve result in time frame. So, I don't know, result could be how we helped X company generate $100,000 in revenue in 2 months, right? Something like that. That's going to be more appealing than anything else they've probably seen in their inbox. It's short, it's to the point, it's relevant, and you've appealed to the result and desired transformation they want to get, right? And if you want to add variants to this, what you can do is just go here, and if you're testing various different emails, you just put your second email here. And what this will do is send 50% of your other of one script to half of your lead list and 50% to the other. Okay, really straightforward. So you can test another couple of examples here, but for now we're just going to do one example and just keep it really simple. And then the next email, I would say 3 days later. That's just where we've seen the best results. We don't want to bombard their inbox, so and we're not desperate. So 3 days later, Keep the subject line the same. Hey name, are you the right person to discuss? And the result could be, you know, name, are you the right person to discuss how we helped XYZ achieve thing in time frame? If not, let me know who I should speak to. Best, your name, okay? And don't actually put name like this. What you're going to do is there are these like, you know, it'll be like that, right? So you just type double bracket and then it will come up automatically for you, and just like put that pronunciation there. Cool. And then you can test these as well, right? You can just add a variant and then you can test those too. And the third email, so usually after like 3 or 4 emails, we don't really send long sequences just because we want to get to the point and move on to the next prospect if they're not interested. This one could be like 5 to 7 days later. Hey, first name. Reason for my email the other day is because we helped one of your competitors company get result in time frame. Something like this, like a little bit different. Like, are you, like, this is kind of like poking the bear, right? And what I mean by that is like irritating them to a point where, oh shit, my competitor is doing this, they've implemented this solution, why have I not implemented this solution as well, right? Because they're going to take more of my market share, they're going to take more revenue, they're going to take my customers because they've implemented this new solution that is your solution, right? And they've implemented it and now they're getting really good results. So this amount of money, like, you know, 100K in a couple of months or whatever the case is, or whatever your case study is, has gone to my competitor rather than me. That sucks, right? So let me have a chat with these guys and see what we can do. And then after that, I would just send maybe another one, maybe 6 days later, saying, hi name, gutted we haven't had a chance to speak yet. Confident we can help you get, actually, is something like that, just to close it off. So, gutted we haven't a chance to speak yet. Is the result not a priority for you? Let me know either way, right? And then your name. So obviously change this as well to first name. But this is just a really straightforward approach to simple cold email strategies that actually get responses. And these are the responses that we use personally to get calls with billion-dollar companies that I mentioned earlier. So try this out for yourself. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment if you guys liked it. We're just going to go to the next stage now, which is sequences. So we're just going to hit save and next. And then we're going to send chooser accounts. Like I've got loads here, you know, just choose whatever, you know, you want to. I've got loads of videos on my YouTube, by the way, of just showing you how to set up the emails and stuff like that. Or you can drop me a comment and I can share that with you. And then you want to schedule the campaign as well. So I like to send on Saturdays as well. And I usually go New York time, depending on the time zone of my lead list. If they're in New York, America, it makes sense to do that, right? So, and then we want to go here and then time period between sequences. I like to start like 8 in the morning, 8:32, and then maybe close off at like 7:52 or whatever that works. So just make it not like 8:30 or 9:30. It looks a bit robotic and like programmed. Like it's gonna, you know, just keep it like this. And it's a little bit off the cuff. Looks like a real human sent it. And then you can set the campaign start date whenever you want, today, tomorrow, whenever. Keep this the same. So you can add this to 1,500 new leads reach per day per campaign. So for example, an email will be sent every 12 minutes. Yeah, that looks good. Save. So we've chosen who we want to add to the campaign, what email inbox, schedule the campaign. And then what we're going to do here is just check everything's working. Obviously these time frame and results, put your own results and time frame in, let me know. And then your name, keep that. You can check email too, see how it's looking. Perfect. Change this, change result, time frame. And then obviously you hit start campaign. That's going to bring me back to the main bit. I'm obviously not going to start a campaign here, but and then it will come up just here, right, as one of your campaigns. So that's it. Next steps are responding to your inbox and going through all the replies that you get on a daily basis. I'm going to keep it super simple for you. Basically what you want to have is a document of all your best replies that you get, or just some FAQ on the replies that you get. And with this document, you can just handle your responses effectively or hand it off to a VA to manage as well. But basically when you start getting responses like these ones, for example, client responds back like, thanks for reaching out. Would love to learn more about your company. Do you have a Calendly for me to book in? That's really straightforward. We do have like an automated system, how that works. But like I said, that's advanced. But I just use the outbound inbox management guide. And if the prospect is interested now, basically all you need to do is just go through these templates. Perfect. I'm looking forward to meeting. Looks like I've got some availability at this time. If neither of those work for you, feel free to pick another one for my Calendly, and then you just drop your Calendly link. And then I'm free for a couple of days later this week. It might be easy to coordinate a time that works for you here from the calendar, and just drop the calendar. 9 times out of 10, the prospect won't book manually. You could just, they won't book themselves. You just book it in manually. Suggest 2 time slots, and then just when they send the response, just book that in straight away. And then you can ask your qualification questions on the call, go through your initial procedure, and then, lock them in. So that's how that works. It's really straightforward. And all of this stuff you can find more in detail in my program inside Cold to Closed, and you can start getting really good responses and booking meetings with billion-dollar companies and closing deals with them as well. So that's how that works. This is really straightforward as well. Like there's other responses here. If prospect is not interested, prospect already has us covered. Like we've thought of everything here. But my best advice to you is put all your FAQs down that you get from your responses on a doc, and then just start mapping out how you'd like to respond to them. That's my best advice. So just touching on a couple of campaign results here. As you can see, we sent like 2,600 emails, 1,300 opened. We had 62 replies and 26 positive replies there. Another one here, 85 replies, 29 positive replies. Like we're not even sending that many emails, right? Most people send like tens of 20,000s of emails just to get these kind of response rates. But with these kind of scripts, these are the ones that we're printing the best on. And these people, like I said, are in need of a solution. So, and you can assume that out of all of these positive replies, at least you're getting 15 to 20 meetings per, right? Because every single positive reply is them either asking for more information or they want to get on a call. And as I mentioned, I just gave you a very simple script earlier, right? But what I would suggest is with the sales assets that I mentioned earlier, case studies, testimonials, and stuff like that, in the first email, it was something along the lines of, mind if I share over a few strategies? That's when you send over your video or VSL or sales letter or any of those materials. Then you send them over, and then the second email is like when you respond, it's like, hey, yeah, how did you find this useful? Was it helpful? Do you want to get a call and see how we can implement the solution for you? Get creative around it. And that's essentially what we use to book all these meetings in and get these great response rates. So now you know the exact process I use to help myself and my clients book meetings with $1 million to billion-dollar companies, where we charge them anywhere from 50K to 100K to work with them, and how you can do the same for your company, agency, or consultancy. And if you want to learn more about how I help these guys, agencies, coaches, and consultancies above 3K a month close their first or next 10K to 30K just by using simple Google Docs, you can click the link in the description below, or just go straight to coldtoclosed.co.uk/start now, and you can watch the video there, watch the testimonials. We've helped a couple guys go from 0 to 50K in 3 months, 0 to 14K in 2 months, 0 to 10K in 23 days, etc. And just watch the video breakdown, sign up, and you can get direct access to myself and my strategies, and we can help you build this entire thing out. And also, if you want to learn more about the best lead generation strategy for 2024 and beyond, click somewhere around this video and you can go watch that and check out the latest strategies there. And if you found the video helpful, useful, or insightful at all, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.